The U.S. Supreme Court has handed President Donald Trump another major immigration victory, ruling that his administration can move ahead with ending temporary protected status, or TPS, for thousands of Haitian and Syrian migrants. The 6-3 decision clears the way for the Department of Homeland Security to revoke deportation protections for around 350,000 Haitians and 6,000 Syrians, potentially exposing them to removal from the U.S. Now, TPS allows people from countries affected by war, natural disasters, or other extraordinary crises to live and work legally in the United States while conditions remain unsafe in their home countries. TPS protects its holders from deportation. Now, Haiti received TPS designation after the devastating 2010 earthquake, while Syria was added in 2012, following the outbreak of civil war. The dispute carries potentially wide implications affecting 1.3 million immigrants from all 17 countries currently designated for TPS. According to the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, apart from the 350,000 Haitians and 6,100 Syrians, the U.S. has granted temporary protected status to people from El Salvador, Ethiopia, Lebanon, Somalia, Sudan, South Sudan, Ukraine, and Yemen, among other countries. Washington has revoked TPS to people from Afghanistan, Nepal, Somalia, Myanmar, and Venezuela. And we also know that Democrats and immigrant advocacy groups condemned the ruling, warning it could leave thousands of people who have lived or worked legally in the U.S. for years to be vulnerable to deportation.
The Supreme Court decision to terminate TPS for Haiti and Syria is a total betrayal of our nation's commitment and values. This is no longer a Supreme Court. This is a rubber stamp. That's all it is. It's a rubber stamp for this crooked president. Hundreds of thousands of people who hold legal status registered with the government. They trusted the process. Now they face being torn from their families and sent back to very dangerous conditions. Nothing about this decision makes us safer or stronger. It's just plain cruel.
Supporters of the Trump administration argue that TPS was always intended to be a temporary program and that courts should not interfere with executive decisions on immigration and foreign policy.
Do you expect the administration to deport anyone who loses TPS status as a result of this ruling?
Well, of course, if you no longer have status in this country, then you're supposed to be deported. And in particular, in the case of the Haitians, the Biden administration flew over vast numbers. Hard to know the exact number, but probably more than 1 million illegal immigrants from Haiti. That's not counting the border crossings into the United States. So these are people who've only been here for a few months, who are receiving welfare, whose all their ties, all their social connections, all their family is back in their home country of Haiti. And of course, that's where they should go.
Does that mean more ICE employment?
The Supreme Court decided that the Trump administration acted within its authority when it ended temporary legal protections for immigrants from Haiti and Syria, about 350,000 Haitians and 6,000 Syrians. But really, this decision could have a much bigger impact. It could affect all 1.3 million people from 17 countries who are covered by temporary protected status, TPS, which allows the Homeland Security Secretary to let people remain in the United States with work authorizations in increments of up to 18 months if they deem it unsafe for return due to a natural disaster like an earthquake or civil strife.